Hello and welcome to race 4 of the ACRL season 7. Uh, it is a nice, warm, but not too hot afternoon here in Bathurst. 25 seconds left to go in free practice. And yeah, it looks like we would expect. Sever topping the practice boards, nearly a second higher than everyone else, with the rest of the crew kind of nicely packed. Yeah, it seems that we're in a single split this, right? Am I correct? We are a single split this race. And yeah, it should be a pretty busy one for sure. Bathurst is definitely not known for its easy blue flag zones or overtaking procedures, places. Yeah, I don't know. There's no shit map today for me. You can see the track here on the main screen. Yeah, watching Sever go down the Conrad Straight in the back, down towards the chase. Let's see what we got going on here. If I seem a little distracted, I am. The Indy St. Petersburg is on, and it's a very interesting one. As much as ACRL is really fun to watch, the Indy, you know, there's been two cars in the air on separate separate instances now already. The whole race has just been like big crash, yellow flag, big crash, yellow flag. So it's I'll be having that going on in the corner of my screen here. So you hear me yelp. It's probably not the ACRL race.
Green light. Give it all you can.
So yeah, into qualifying we go. You see all the drivers heading out, trying to find some track position. There's one driver in particular that we need to make sure that stays in the pits the whole time, and that is Mex, who not last race but the race before did an infringement where he stopped on track during qualifying, reset to pits, and then drove back out again. So he will be starting from the back, pending no one else doing a no quali. Sorry for the background noise in the back, the big scraping noises that it may seem like. They're plowing all the snow that fell 2 days ago. They've waited 2 days to plow it. Don't ask me why they waited so long to plow it, but sure enough, they will do that. We will have Bootsma join us soon. Not in a really quick timeline, but he will join us later on in the race. It is because of me that he will not be here sooner, but blame Indy for their streaming rights. Yeah, so we don't need to keep watching Max. He's already thing. It's kind of cool to see here. We've got Samuel Stolfi driving this this race. It's good to see him driving around here. It's not very often we get to see him join us, but I'm glad to see him back on track. He was a quick driver back in the day. He seems to be pretty quick here. In ACC, I'm not sure his experience. I know his AC experience is quite high, so hopefully someone's already picked up damage. Who's this? It's picked up damage. Oh my This camera sucks. Here, Max Langerak already driving with front end damage. That's not a quick way to get around track, is with aero damage. I don't know where he would have picked that up. Typically outlaps are... Oh, maybe that's how he picked it up last time. And he's gotta keep driving in front of Astolfi into the wall, collecting Astolfi. That... Max, I'm sorry, but mate, what are you doing? You hit the wall twice. Well, first time you hit the wall, you may as well let the guys behind pass, and then you end up hitting the wall again and collecting them in the incident. Shame on you. Well, if anything that this shitcast is good for, it's shaming people for doing blatantly stupid things. I'm sorry. Gore's looking that nice, colorful Ferrari. Shepard in his classical green, except this is kind of Grello, so no longer is it some just weird, gross green. It's actually not a bad livery. Black and Grello. Let's see if we can get a nicer shot of it with one of these cam shots. Is that silver? It is. Okay, it's alright. It's a little blobby, but you know, it's one of the better liveries that you've made, Nils, so I'll give you that. And across the line goes Shepard, 3 seconds down from Sever. Gorzalik crosses the line, 8/10. Schmies, half a second off Sever. You're seeing that green, silver, and gold Mercedes. Is that Kval Magnussen and that's Rob Lewis behind there. Let's bring this one up, I guess. This will be a good broadcast. The issue with the HUD really bothers me, I have to say. Like, I can't have this where I have the whole grid view. I can't have this and have a way to, you know, easily jump between the drivers. This is like not easy because I have no idea who's behind on track or ahead on track. And then I can't see their deltas, so it's kind of like useless almost, this view. It has the information I want, but it limits everything else, unfortunately. Schmies goes down through the dipper, trying to use all the track. Nice, through Forest Elbow. Not hitting the exit. There's someone having a Schmies' teammate, I believe, Trump, who's off in the grass there, just out on the exit of Forest Elbow. Schmies got a rip down towards the chase. Cuts in, down on the brakes, through the dip, tucks it in, just barely off the apex there, but nice and smooth. Gonna carry it down to, I don't remember the corner name. Murray's? No, I don't think it's Murray's. Whatever it is, he's gonna put it 0.6 of a second behind Sever. So that was a great lap from Schmies. A lot closer than we anticipated. It might be that Sever has a lot more speed. He's a lot more speed hidden somewhere, and he's just warming up his laps. Let's see if we can ride on board with him as he comes over the top of the mountain, through cutting towards Griffin's, I believe. No, Griffin's that's Quarry. Through the parks. I never remember the park names. Comes towards Skyline, down. all over the place. That's going to invalidate it. It's not going to be too quick. And there's a car stopped on track. It's one of the Gorzelik brothers. Stefan is able to make it through. I don't think there was any contact, but it was a bit hairy, and he's going to have to throw this lap away. Unfortunately, it's not good. Gorzelik trying to get it turned around. Finally does it. Medurio's just catching the group. There's a big group behind. Blue flags being shown for Gorzelik, but there's nowhere to show the give the blue flags. The Aston behind having a little bit of a wiggle. We have a Nissan in the group. Chris Quinby. I didn't expect to see a GTR, but so it is. Quinby driving behind, I believe, Lorenzetti. Yep, there is Lorenzetti in the other real-time racing Acura, both coming into pits now. Everyone coming into pits. Petrushka exiting pits. There's Trump and William Kelly, Lars Ramoni, Neil Kerbel. He said he drank a bottle of wine before the race. Let's see if he's driving that way. The turn 5, I believe. I have to look at a track map. It's been a while. Maybe this is turn 7. Oh. That wine's kicking in for sure. Turn 10, right. And yes, the last corner is Murray's corner. Wow, so smart. So Reed Park, Frog Hollow, Sulman Park, McPhilmy Park, Skyline, S's Dipper, Forest Subble, Conrad Strait, The Chase. Alright. 23 corners on this track. We're coming up to turn 21 and 22. Someone doing some funny business. It's gonna scare Neil a little bit, and unfortunately he's gonna lose control of the car. So he's gonna have to go for another hot lap here. Who was that? Just Verhelst, who was driving, who's doing a little bit of lawn mowing. There's Romonti, Team Romonti in the red-blue Ferrari. I believe this is his first race, or at least his first top split showing. Granted, this is an everybody split, but a top split is top split, so that's not something to completely throw off. Interesting to see here that Langerak hasn't put any lap time yet, and I've seen Trump out on track, but he hasn't set a valid lap time. That puts Hugh up into 31st out of 36 drivers, just behind Paul Thompson and his teammate, I believe. Let's see what else is going on. Here's Lewis coming through Skyline, the Dipper, or through the S's, I should say, into the Dipper. It's going slowly, so he's probably just doing a nice outlap here. Forest Subble is definitely one of the trickiest corners here. I always have the most issues at Forests. Surprisingly, you'd think the Dipper would be the hardest one, but I truly think Forest Subble is the most difficult corner at Bathurst. Skyline's pretty tough, and same with turn 10 through McPhilmy Park. That's also a really tough one. So Rob's up in 4th place. Got a few laps to go still, 7 minutes left in qualifying. Oh, Lewis is going all over the place. He's gonna have to lose out on this lap, unfortunately. 6/10 behind Sever. Let's go and see if we can find him out on track. Here's Hugh ripping down the Mountain Straight, or sorry, the Conrad Straight. A whole slew of an interesting line through the chase. Whole slew of Astons there. Let's see if we can find. I want to find Sever. Here we go. I believe that's a new lap. Yeah, there you go. New lap record there. 2 minutes. 9.975. It's going to put him 7/10 up in front of Schmies. Schmies is going to have a very big he's going to have some difficulties catching. Pathetic Envo. No. Don't give me the spam. I don't need. All amounts of oversteer and understeer through there. Just pushing the car to its limits. To Forest Elbow. He's gonna get a nice little draft from. What's that? That's not Robin. I believe it is. I think it is Rob up ahead. Closing speeds. So the braking just into the chase is huge. Extremely late on the brakes there from Chris. Can he bring a better lap? Yeah, he does do a better lap at 2.84. Incredible considering how like untidy that lap looked, especially through the S's and after the dipper. There you go. Rob who pulls over to the side for Sever. Sever going for another hot lap here. I think that's one of the. It's either Hugh or Paul Thompson that Sever is passing there. Yellow flag up ahead. Car stopped on track. Hopefully it's not going to impact the race too much. Doesn't seem to. It's somewhere off screen that we can't see. Tucks in nicely. Early on the throttle. Try to get a car revved out. Up the hill. Through Quarry. Up towards Frog Hollow. Suleiman Park. McPhilmy Park. Curb to curb. And yep, there we go. That's gonna be an aborted lap. Big yellow. Like it's not much that Chris could. I think that was Paul up ahead. So Chris unfortunately gonna have to abort this lap. Yeah, his tires are got. It's all sorts of marbles all over them. Dirty tires. Unable to get them together anyways. 1 minute left to go. There is a lap left for Sever. Hopefully he has enough fuel to get another lap in. It's probably going to be a walk in the park for him though, honestly. And so here goes Sever's last lap. Already up almost 2/10. Tucks it into Griffin's. 2/10 up, using all the track. And now he's a quarter of a second up. Easy. No problem. Sever's consistent enough that he can easily just drive the rest of this lap. Collect that quarter second. See if he can collect any more. Tons of time through there. And loses it all on the exit. Can he nail Forrest Elbow? Looks like he's had to kind of bleed out of the throttle a little bit. Not the greatest exit that he's done. Losing some time now. Rather, it's a big deal. He's got a huge gap to Schmies behind. Marcus Gorzelik 2/10 behind Schmies. It's, I think, Schmies' best starting position. That Mercedes doing its job on the mountain, it seems. Using the curb to kind of redirect the car, and he's able to improve by 1/10. Stretches that gap to the car behind by 0.9. Alright, so we've got a few minutes to wait here. I'm going to take a quick break here to do my own sort of pit stop. I'll see you all here for the formation lap. Uh-oh. Looks like Santos did some oopsies. They did a... Okay, yeah, there's the great mixing here, volume mixing. Do my best to... This guy's joking me. Yeah, it looks like there's been some issues. Haha. There's some issues at in the Indy. Let's get back to garage or drive here. This button. How much do we have to pay Shmeez to do McLaughlin? I don't know. You probably have to talk to Shmeez directly for that. I don't have any skin in the game myself. What a disaster going on out there. Freaking shit ton of noise. All sorts of garbage. Well, 19 seconds to the start of the formation lap. Let's see if anything interesting happens. Place your bets. Some VAF points, I guess. Listen, they have value to them now. I've assigned a value to them. It's like 10 points. 10 points is like one Canadian dollar, or 10 points is a euro. I think that's what it was. But it only works one way. It only works when you donate it to ACRL. So yeah, it's place your bets for, I guess, second, third, and fourth. I'm just going to ignore first place altogether, unless something catastrophic happens. Away they go. Car's firing up, and that's the last on the grid. Next, taking the rear. It's gonna be tough here at Bathurst. There's a couple of overtaking spots, but no so more than anywhere else. Alright, let's... I'm placing my bets on the 4 people making it through the first uphill without problems. 4 people making it through the first uphill without problems. Okay, that's a guess. Go navigating through the cutting. Doing a porch cam stream from one of the houses. Is there a house to watch from? Yeah, I guess he... Oh. Some posters in here. Hi, Sever, my favorite driver. Oh, Gorzelik. Lewis. Oh, look at these cars. Schunard. Yeah. Newen. Petrushka. Nils. My favorite one-handed driver. Thompson and Hugh. And Max. There you go. That's my not Australian. It's definitely not an Australian accent. Not claiming that it is. It's just some random Euro guy who really likes racing. Perfect imitation. Oi, oi, mate! Look at these. I really wanted to say the C word. Oh, look at these bogans go. Why don't they go to oh fuck, that's such a bad Australian accent. These wobblers. Fucking wobbler. Fucking, that's such a good cuss. Wobbler. No, the Aussies really know how to come up with some funny swears. Shmee's showing that he's feeling pretty keen, and then there's Sever checking up. Sever not gonna get bullied into going faster. Nice and slow. Is there any other funny fucky wuckies back here? Doesn't look like it. Everyone's pretty behaved. And it'll be into T1. That's going to be the interesting bit. They come up to the start-finish straight. There's the green light. Sever has the inside line through Hell Corner. So he's not going to be caught out here. Oh. 3 wide. There's some bumping. There's Santos. Oh. And huge checkups. Everyone's just going into each other. It's going to be a big slowdown. Mex is going to only gain 1 position out of that, unfortunately. Here's Hugh and making up some movements. Gaps sped pretty far apart. Sever leads into Griffin's Bend. Seems okay so far. Let's go up to the dipper, or to the cutting, and see if anything funny happens. So far, not too much issue. Stupid trees. Oh, and there's Santos again, sideways. More cars going all over the place, and there's Mex collected in that, unfortunately. Carball, unfortunately, losing out on that as well. So we'll rip through McPhilmy Park. Sever leads through the Dipper. Let's see them go through the S's here. It's almost a 2 wide coming in through the S's. Doesn't seem like more drama anymore. Elbow's also a really fun one to watch, but it does seem everyone's coming through here smoothly. You defending nicely. Alright, well that's kind of it, really. Sever leading the way, 1.3 seconds already on the first lap to Shmi's behind. Ben Lop under pressure from Gorzelik, but he has gotten the position, and of course we have another crash going on. in IndyCar. Oh wait, no, these are just replays. Gorzelik trying to fill those mirrors out. Lop not going to be bullied very easily. Behind Gorzelik we have Lewis. Behind Lewis is a Stolfi. That Aston has some legs. Will gap the Ferrari behind. BMW's gonna Just follow behind that Audi up ahead. They look like they're running line astern. Here's Matthias Gorzulik. Following Vanima up ahead. Start training went well. It seemed like it. I didn't watch any of it, so I have no idea how well it went. Oh, and there we go. That's Lorenzetti, who's lost his position. Oh, and Matthias hits the wall in the exit of Forest Elbow. It's gonna give, I believe that's Quinby in that Nissan. Lorenzetti's gonna lose out to Nguyen here. He's got a bit more top speed. And he'll back out a little bit. And Kyle Magnussen putting pressure now on Lorenzetti. Lorenzetti really lost out a lot on that. Really lost out a lot. Yeah, those are a bunch of words. And here we come to see Partez and I don't even know who that was. Medina coming together. Unsure of what happened there. Paul Thompson has some major damage to the front of his car now. Next, unfortunately, as well. All these cars back here having some damage. Kerbel's trying to put pressure on them as well. Max looking up to the inside, but unable to get the braking done. Paul, little fish, squirrely on exit. There's already a blue flag being shown. There we go, Max. There's a touch more top speed, a little bit less aero damage. There's 4 cars behind, all packed up together. Max is gonna lead them up the hill. It's too wide between Verhelst and Cabrera. And there they are, a little bit lost. Verhelst is going to lose that position. Cabrera have to back out a little bit. But now Kerbel's all over the back of Thompson. Thompson literally up against the wall. Leaning around these corners. He's just got no front end grip. Kerbel comes in, touches the inside, gets sent out into the gravel, but no wall for him, so he keeps it together. Cabrera's gonna take it in front of, is gonna get in front of Thompson now. Here's Romuli, he's a lap down, it seems. He's hitting all the walls, unfortunately. That's just not a good race for him. Huge. Someone's driven through some sort of barrier there. Quinby's having to navigate all these cars. Fiasco's got damaged. He's going to lose out to Quinby. Quinby up into P22. What's this here? Langerak, 25th. Don't even know where he started. Messenger up into 24th. He started like in the 30s, I think. So Hughes just been surviving. Just like that song. Ruben Tang, P19. Shepard down in 34th. Slapped down. I think he went into pit. Get some damage repaired. Medina in P16. Petrushka P15. While Magnussen, Lorenzetti still unable to get much back on Nguyen up ahead. Nguyen falling back behind Medeiros. Goes like P10. Venima P9. He's gotten a little bit of a gap to the Porsche behind. And he's actually eating into Schunard now. And Schunard, P8, 3 seconds behind Paskin. Paskin just trying to keep the gap. Within a second of Samuel Stolfi up ahead, at least from last lap. Stolfi putting a little bit of pressure on Lewis, who's in the top 5 now. Gorzelik unable to, you know, fight Lop for that position again. Lop passed him and is now sailing clear. It seems like Lop has a good, it seems like he's got a good race set. It's within 3 seconds of Schmies up ahead, who's only 4 seconds behind Sever. What lap are we on now? Yeah, four laps into the race. So almost 5 seconds between Schmies and Sever. Sever just gonna gap. Nice gap for P22. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see that. Let's go back. There's Kyle Magnussen putting a move on Ewan. Gets tight on the brakes, so it's good. He backed out of it. Oh, and Thompson's coming out of pits, getting all squirrely. He's gonna have to let these cars by. He doesn't want to impact the race too much. Kyle Magnussen's unfortunately gonna have to wait for a different opportunity to pass. Towards the cutting they go. Lorenzetti still the pace setter for this group of 12, 13, and 14. As I was saying, Blop seems to, or Gorzelik seems to have put the pace together, setting his fastest lap last lap here. 2:02.7. It's faster than Lop's fastest time. What a great camera pan. In a second now, Gorzelik. Unfortunately, that Aston has so much more grunt going up the mountain straight. But by the time Gorzelik can put any attempt on him, it's kind of into hell corner here. Maybe it's too far behind now, but here. Just watch that gap just grow. Doesn't matter how good of an exit Gorzelik gets. Lop just has so much more juice in that Aston up the hill. Picking up. Gorzelik now two tenths up on his fastest. He's got the groove on now. He's putting a little bit more pressure onto Lop up ahead, who had really good opening pace, but doesn't seem to be the case now. Commentators curse when I said that he had a good race set. Maybe it's a good three lap set. Sketchy through there, but keeps it nice and tidy. Is able to hit the apex and exit. Not Ferrari. See if he can catch a bit, or if that's Aston will get a little bit smaller in the distance. Yeah, 7 tenths. Across the line to set another lap. 6 laps. A little more than an hour to go. Hi, sucker. Hi, sucker. Help. Samuel Sophie's still keeping that 1 second, within 1 second late range to Lewis up ahead. Asking behind, sort of dropping behind now. Instead of gapping Ewan a little bit, now we got Kyle Magnussen putting a move up onto. There's a tiny touch between the two of them. Tiny touch again. Kyle Magnussen's not giving any room. It says you have until that white line there, and that's what you're gonna keep. Here we go, side by side, and nope, there you go. Ewan's gonna tuck in behind. It's a little better mid-corner there from Ewan, but fortunately if there's a car in the way, there's a car in the way. Can't go through it. Kyle Magnussen's gonna stretch his legs out front. Tiny bit of dirty air behind, so it's gonna hurt the aero for Ewan. He's gonna have to readjust to the way the car handles. Magnussen gonna power slide through the dipper. A little wide through the apex. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's got a bit of a gap to work with. It's not like there's gonna be any attempt this lap. And here we go, Thompson backwards through the dipper, going backwards right onto the apex. It's gonna be Hugh Messenger, who is now up into 18th. Good behind with a little bit of damage, putting pressure. Thompson's just gonna sit there. I think, oh my goodness. Where is, there they are. He's gonna stay in front of Quinby for this. I think that's Thompson who's got it going again. Kerbal has a 30-second stop and go penalty. For what? Probably an infringement. That's Stolfi and Paskin. Stolfi made some mistakes somewhere. Paskin got in front of him. Now Sam's all over the back of Paskin. He wants that position back. Lewis now has a bit of a breather. 2 seconds behind Gorzlik, who's right behind Dunlop. And they're catching Biasco up ahead, who's being blue flagged. There's Schmies flashing a Borg holder. Let's go and try and find Hugh and Quinby. He's giving a little bit of a gap. He knows he can't force an overtake, and forcing a mistake of the driver ahead through this section is also very dangerous. So, giving a little bit of space between to Hugh up ahead. The unfortunate thing is, all the overtaking positions are kind of at the end of these straights. Really a great place to overtake, and that Aston, when it doesn't have any aero damage, it's probably the fastest car. Look at that. Doesn't matter how good that exit is from Quinby. All Hugh has to do is just focus the exit and press the throttle. He's usually a little early on the brakes, but that's no problem here. More than enough gap to get early. Because we gotta look to the inside. He's gonna try to get on the brakes a little bit later. It's gonna be a little bit of contact. He's gonna get right on that, on those lights. Focus and exit here. Let's see if Hugh can get enough speed to put an overtake attempt up the inside into Griffin's. Looks like Hugh just doesn't have that much more speed. Right up behind Quinby now. Fighting for 17th position. He goes a little wide, misses the apex. Quinby's going to be able to stretch his lead here. There's Velhelst now, fighting on the damaged mechs. The pit has not even opened yet. See if we can find any other battles going on. Ewan back on Kval Magnussen up ahead. That's not Kval Magnussen, that's Medina. It's a blue flag. Kval Magnussen has moved his way up all the way to Lorenzetti. He's going to make an overtake attempt on Lorenzetti. Lorenzetti backing out. Kval Magnussen really finding his groove here right now. Gorzlik up ahead. He's lost a shit ton of time. 2:13 last lap. Looks like he hit the wall. His front splitter's looking pretty damaged. How much salt can we expect so far after the race? Moderate amounts of salt. I wouldn't say it's like a really high amount. It's like a moderate amount. It's a couple of love taps. I didn't get a great C of... 55 minutes of salty opportunities, yeah. I don't know what happened to Sam here, but he's still fighting, trying to get in front of Paskin. Paskin doing a good job of keeping in front. Right on the rear bumper. Maybe we'll see an overtake attempt here. He's waiting to the last minute to pull to the side. Side by side, touch between the two of them. Sam's gonna go up ahead. I am biased. I say I am biased towards Sam. Do you think that was okay? Nushi right into the wall. That's definitely going to be the end of his race there. That front wheel is looking completely toasted. Lorenzetti having to dive out of the way to avoid crashing. Is that Lorenzetti or was that Sever? Sever! And there's another car stopped on track. It's Zeus. It's blue flagged. Oh my goodness. Carball has made his way up into 33rd. He's just holding on for dear life. Schmee's quite a few seconds behind. 11 seconds now. Goes like 5 seconds behind him. He's got in front of Ben Lopp. Ben lost it somewhere, must have. There's no way that he's 3 seconds behind Gorzlik. It's a blue flag, and then there's Lewis, who's right behind Lopp here. He's flashing his headlights towards Borkholder up in front. I believe it's Borkholder, correct? Yes, Borkholder. Let me by, Borkholder. Flashing his lights. Borkholder's still not letting him by. Can you show me where Petrushka is? Oh my god. Borkholder, what the fuck? That's not how you serve a blue flag. And there we go, there's pit window. So we'll see a bunch of people dumping in soon. Here's Astolfi. He's made his way past Paskin. Paskin you pick up some damage or you make a mistake somewhere. All sorts of shenanigans is happening. Got Kyle Magnussen, who's going his way past Lorenzetti. The previous lap. Now Lorenzetti putting the pressure on Kyle Magnussen. Lorenzetti just doesn't have the top speeds. For some reason, Kyle is just zooming fast. There you go, Certes P13. He's trundling along. He didn't start. His qualifying was pretty poor. It is a lot of really fast. Mr. Streamer. It's Mr. Urek, who's also my father, but it is also me. So Petrushka is driving away now. P13, which is actually pretty good considering it's a 36 car grid with top drivers. It's got Medina behind him. And there's Nushi. Yeah, there we go. There's a bunch of cars in pits now taking the damage. Of course, like Ruben Tang coming in for his pit stop. Probably earlier than expected. Same with Quinn B. He's got some front end damage that he'll probably want fixed. It's going to release Hugh. It doesn't... I think it's a touch of front splitter damage from the looks of it. But it's probably good enough that it won't be too bad. Verhouse is going to continue on. There's Max coming into pits. He wants his damage fixed up. It's 22nd right now out of 36. There's Kelly. Ramonti, who is currently 29th. Still driving, but good for him. He's coming into pits. Thompson gonna keep continuing on 30. And Savard is gonna continue on. There's no reason for him to come into pits. His car is pristine. He's leading the race by 12 seconds now. Every lap he does is just magic almost. Last lap at 2:02.2. Just so much faster than everyone else. Schmie's gonna come around the corner at 2:02.02. 2:02.2 is faster than Schmie's best lap. So Sevet is just not bothered by anything at all. He's just gonna continue on. Cabrera picking up a drive-through. I assume that drive-through is most likely due to it's most likely due to like crossing the pit exit line, I think. Speeding in the pit lane. I thought speeding in the pit lane was for was like a stop and go. Welcome, Mitsma. Thank you for joining me here.
Good evening.
Yeah, so we've got ourselves some shenanigans, it seems. All sorts of shenanigans. Some crazy driving.
Yeah, I've been trying to see what was going on, and it's been a lot, and Thompson just spun it downhill. I don't know where to watch, there's so much going on.
There's all sorts of shenanigans. We've got battles for position, blue flags all over the place. Just trying to find someone.
I think there's like 4 cars or so which can just drive normally, and everything else is a mess.
So here's Susan Kerbal.
Cabrera span.
Oh yeah, through the chase. Hopefully he doesn't get in anybody's way. He's on the outside of the corner, which should be a good spot. Yeah, he's able to continue on without much issue. Whoa, all sorts of shenanigans. Oh, coming into pits, Ben Lopez. That did not work out for him. But it's a good thing that is all sorted.
I mean, not without any issue, just without much issues.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it was a moment.
It was a moment indeed. This middle part with all the cars just in different pit strategies. It's hard to tell what's going on.
Yeah, some of them already made 2 pit stops just before the window opened even. The important thing here is to keep your cool. I know last season I got myself a top 10 finish here just by staying out of trouble and keeping my cool.
Which makes me wonder, where is Messenger? Messenger is up in P13. Granted, there's been a couple of there's a couple of people in front of him who've pitted. I know that a couple of Gorzuliks have pitted, but he's probably in like the P15, P16 range. Last I checked, he was fighting. Who was he fighting?
Quinby?
Quinby, yeah, the Nissan, yeah.
He's now making a nice overtake on Ben Lop.
Ben is... yeah, I guess that's 4th position at the moment. Ben, unfortunately, on cold tires, he's... he's effectively ahead of Messenger, but Messenger is not going to take any questions. If it's 4th position, it's 4th position.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Nothing is free.
Lop's gonna put a lot of pressure on Messenger here now.
The only thing that's for free is your first 505 points. Everything else cost you.
Pretty much. Yeah, Sertas was wondering why you're not racing this time around.
I'm ill, and I really can't be sitting in a racing chair for 1.5 hours now, concentrating.
Yeah, that's fair. You can sit in a desk chair and I'll concentrate with me.
Exactly, with a nice blanket and something to drink and just enjoying it. I'm trying to figure out how much damage Hugh has, because he does have some damage on the front, but I don't know how bad it is.
It's like... it's really hard to tell in ACC how much damage it is. There's Lop going to the outside. The inside for this corner, but the outside for the entry into the chase. And he'll make it stick.
Was a nice move.
Yeah. Hugh giving the appropriate amount of space and Lop not crossing over too much. It all worked out for each other.
Time differences in the top are just 17 seconds is just severed ahead of Smish, and then 5 seconds to Gorzelik, 7 seconds to Rob Lewis. Some sizable gaps. Also, Ben Lop is the first one who was already pitted.
Yeah, unfortunately he didn't have a great outlap here with Hugh getting in his way. So that might give...
bad strategy.
Yeah, that might give Lewis an opportunity to gain a position. It's gonna take a little bit of more grass than he needs to.
That's why the grass is there, right? To cool the tires.
Ew, don't think that's how that works very well. At least. Usually gets the tires nice and dirty. As the dirtier they are, the less grip, the less heat, the more your tires cool down.
That's my point exactly. The dirt insulates against the sun, providing more heat.
Ooh, Quinby's gonna make a huge send up the inside through the cutting. It's kind of gonna send Borkholder into the wall. He'll let Borkholder past again. He probably wasn't expecting Borkholder to get on the brakes so early, because he's gonna lose a lot of time, and that's good news for Hugh. He was fighting Quinby. Quinby was gapping up a little bit, but that's a lot of time to lose. Quinby. Now Quinby's getting blue flagged from Venema.
Venema.
Venema. Venema?
Venema.
Venema?
Yeah, close
Venema. Wait, hold on. You're quite quiet for me. I gotta turn you up.
Venema. But I wonder if Borgholder is going to... May have just been removed or scattered. Just a few.
Yeah, so say again. Venema?
Venema.
Venema. Venema.
Yeah.
Alright.
Perfect.
Venema.
Number 3. Number 3 Aston.
Venema. Okay, that's good to know. You Belgians and Dutch people with silly last names. Have some soft
Yeah,
J's
some-
or something, you know?
No.
Or put an accent in there somewhere, you know?
No, that's French. That's horrible.
That is French. This iRacing would like a word. Spicy in the Czech way. Yeah, what do you mean iRacing would have a word? I actually really want to do an iRacing race, but the issue is the race registration is for I think like 4 minutes before the end of this race. iRacing comes with the grass cooling. Listen, they got rid of that. Now it just makes your tires even shittier. It just ruins everything. And Spot 24 ruined the grass cooling effect. You didn't need to do it that much. That was just dumb. The grass is lava now. Yeah, pretty much. So here's Lewis. 40
I have the
minutes.
same problem in my garden at home that the grass is lava. It's really annoying.
So you have a car at home that crosses lava?
No, the grass in my garden at home is also lava.
Oh, yeah. The floor is lava.
Exactly. I'm actually surprised that after that hit we saw earlier with Quimby and Borgholder, that Borgholder isn't pitting. He's still going.
I don't have no idea why, but I guess he doesn't see any reason to pit. Maybe the car is driving pretty straight. Trump's going to lose out to here. Medina is going to pass Trump here. Interesting place to overtake, but it worked out for him. Trump has...
Borgholder's going to the pits right now, so I just caused him to pit, I think. There's a few cars pitting now halfway the pit window. Demonti Venema is pitting, Borgholder. Kelly is pitting. EU Messenger is not yet pitting, up in P12. Make that P11.
P11 after pit stops. So here's Nushi. He's currently 32nd. I guess there's only 32 cars left race. Oh, he just gets it all wrong through the S's. Has to take the escape road.
He didn't take the S's.
No, he took the I. Here's Lorenzetti. Scott Tang behind him. Here's Cabrera. That's not Cabrera. This is that was Romanti who's going really slow. Romonti going really slow through the S's.
He just came out of the pit, so this is the outlap for Romanti.
Okay. Petrushka now. Up into P8 without pit stops.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
There we go. There's crew chief telling us we're halfway through.
Cabrera also took the I in the downhill.
A lot of people taking that eye. And here's Mex now, who's made his way up towards 24th now. He's after his pit stop, so he has until the end of the race to make up any positions. He's gonna easily drive past Trump, who took the escape grass through the chase. And we see there Medina coming into pits up ahead. So that puts Mex up into 22nd. Now he needs to chase down with Santos.
And you messenger dives into the pits.
We'll
P11.
see where he comes out.
And behind him, Chris Sivert from P1 dives into the pits as well.
I need to find Quinby. Here we go. It's got Partes behind him. Quinby's now going down the Conrad Straight.
Your messenger is still in the pits.
Here comes Quinby into Murray's. Tucks
When
and
we got this
left.
position, your messenger just got put down
Well,
and he's
we'll see.
driving away.
Quinby through hell. Out onto the track. There's Sever right in front of him. Yeah, that's quite a bit of a gap that Quinby was still able to pick up.
And messenger is now getting into the pit exit.
Yeah. So Quinby, while he did have a little bit of that hiccup driving behind, I can't remember
So it's
now.
about 11 seconds that Quinby got. Well played.
Yeah. Worked out for him. He had to fix damage anyways, so he came in quite early. The tires
and your
may...
messenger also had to.
Hugh went late, so
But you also had to fix damage. If you look at Chris
yeah.
Severt, he dived into the pits about 5 seconds after you, and he got out about 12 seconds earlier. So you probably had about 15 seconds of damage.
Yeah, it's more so that Quinby went in early to fix the damage. Not so much that he had so much longer to fix the damage. It was more so that he wanted to fix the damage sooner. That's why he went early. So the undercut worked really well. We'll see if the tires drop off later in the race, but it shouldn't really matter that much. Track position is pretty strong here at Bathurst. Hugh up into P16. He's holding up behind.
You does have the consistency always in racing, and Quimby sometimes lags a bit over there. So it's interesting to see how it plays out.
I feel Quinby has enough pace to carry it through.
Yeah, but his consistency can be a problem. I know that Brent Hedge, he also had more pace than I did, but he really binned it like every 6th lap or something like that. Just like right behind him, someone just did. Partes has spun around. But that cost him the places in the end, because I just kept doing my laps at Brent Hedge. He got me at P3 that way, and because he spun a few times, he would try to catch up every time, and when he was close, he would spin again, and that cost him a few places in the end. But in all honesty, he does have the Nissan, and that thing is just scary when it comes in your rear view mirror. It's huge.
Oh, Quinby's on the back of Newen. That's kind of fun to see. It's not so much just Quinby's 11 seconds ahead of Hugh, but Hugh is very close to Newen. That's the fun bit here. Newen's very usually, like I wouldn't say consistent, but he's a quick driver for sure. So the fact that Hughes caught him up even, that's cool to see.
You and Venema are having a nice scuffle now. Verhelst not far behind.
Yeah, Venema, Venema?
Yeah, it's close
Venema?
enough.
Oh, he looked the inside. It did seem like he was gonna get it, but slowed it down enough for Hughes to keep the corner.
Ooh, and Bartetta's back marker is also really having influence there.
Who's behind them?
Schmies is coming up.
Schmies, yes, but Verhelst has caught the two of them up as well.
That's for position. Yeah, I'm going to suspect that Verhelst will have to let the blue flag pass now for Schmies. And then after the downhill, if Vedema and Messenger are still fighting, then the blue flag for Schmies is going to spice things up a bit. Maybe Vedema can, or Verhelst even, can tuck in behind the blue flag and take extra place there for free.
Very well done by Verhelst to let Schmies by. Watch from the onboard.
There comes the blue flag for Vedema already. A very hard place to serve it. Venema is going for the move, while Schmies is right behind him.
Let's see if Rainmud makes up the opportunity here. Hugh has the outside. It's a touch of love. Hugh's not giving any room. Venma's gonna push him to the inside, bully him a bit. There's Verhelst trying to get the thing. Hugh, gets shunted. I think that was Verhelst that shunted him.
I'm not sure what happened. It looked like Venema closed the door, but I'm not sure it was because of a touch by Verhelst or not. Either way, Verhelst won. He got past.
He got past both of them, yeah? That was a drag down to the corner. Hugh has the inside.
I was impressed when Schmies got along, that you basically the perfect thing to close the door.
There we go. He turned in. He turned in a little too early, I think. He's gonna lose that a lot.
Spice, yeah. Here comes the salt.
There we go.
Salt is a spice, right?
Yes, it is.
That's the spice then.
Gorzik has to make it past.
Yeah, and Bartes is now in the middle, who's actually trying to unlap himself on New Messenger.
Oh no, he's gonna have to go through the cut.
Take the eye.
Oh my god. It's chaos. Veinma's just so, he's mad. He's definitely upset.
Oh, for sure. But he does have a good exit now.
Yeah, Hugh had quite a. He was pretty late on the throttle there. He was able to keep it in tight, but usually that means your exit speed is pretty low.
And again with the blue flag right behind him.
Oh, and he goes really wide, and that's gonna be a fight. Hugh's gonna make it past again. Now he has to let Gorzelik past. And this time he can't capitalize on the blue flag. Hugh's gonna be pretty smart here. He's gonna let him by right here. Tucks to the inside, holds the inside line.
Ooh.
Just cuts Venma off just a bit. I'm gonna go to the outside, try to get a good exit here. Hugh's gonna hold the inside again. Hugh's not gonna move. There's 4 cars back to back. Venma out. Looks to the outside now. Down Mountain Straight. Into Griffins. It's gonna be the same story again. No, this time they keep it together. Oh, squeeze just. Hugh knows. Hugh. Inside. Nope, not enough. Hugh's gonna have to back out though. He's kinda got spooked by that. They're literally they're touching bumpers. Yeah, and there's Nushi behind losing it.
Oh no, Nushi, no.
Oh, almost touched the wall there.
Max is also coming up 4 seconds behind.
Bartes is just getting a front row seat to this battle between the two. Oh, screws it up a bit. Almost hits the wall.
I know Bartes wants to unlap himself so badly here, and I think when he finally gets past both of them, he can just drive away because they're battling, but it's hard.
Hugh gets a solid exit, but he is giving the draft to Venma. Venema. There you
I'm
go.
getting a deja vu with this move.
Hugh's a little bit late on the brakes. Again! Squirrely through the chase. Hugh's consistency lets him by.
Told you, Hugh is the most consistent thing to see.
He's coming into
Venema's going
pits.
to pit.
Is he done? Is he over it? Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
He's just frustrated. This is a great battle to be watching, and he just doesn't even want a part of it. He will drive away. P17.
So just switch to a guy and as he hit a wall and recover.
Now Max has made up a lot of time here. Bartes is getting blue flagged up the mountain. Let's see if blue flag will be served. It looks like it, yeah. He'll let him by. It's a pretty good spot to let him by, actually. Now Max all over the back of Hugh. Let's see if Max can make an overtake on Hugh. Hugh is really that brick wall that people just can't get past. Max taking it nice and easy through here. Doesn't have to be solidly hitting every apex. Doesn't get a great exit through here. Hugh a little bit stronger on the throttle. The draft is really strong though. Max up the inside. Tucks it in.
Oh,
Bumps
oh,
Hugh.
no.
Wiggles all over the place. Comes across. Will he be able to rejoin? Yeah, he does.
What? How's Max so close?
We know it's now closed.
What happened there? Probably was coming in with the blue flag as well straight away. I think that was on you. just steered in without leaving enough room, I think. But
Uh,
I guess that's for the stewards to decide after the race.
yeah, without a replay, I can't really say. Max was
I
on.
can't be bothered.
Max was on the inside. So to me, it looked Max went out wide a bit and hit Hugh, but it's really hard to tell. Outside
Yeah,
man
for me
dead.
it looked
Man.
like you closed the door a bit more, but oh well. It's keeping things exciting.
Mm-hmm. Samuel Stolfield by himself. Shunar by himself. Kelly by himself. Who's Lorenzetti with Gorzelik, Matthias Gorzelik with Kyle Magnussen, who's just been on a charge today. It's been absolutely flying. It's getting well. I'm gonna leave it here. I gotta quickly go to the restroom.
Good luck, enjoy yourself.
I just want to mute myself, for God's sake.
That might be a good idea. So the car ahead is Lorenzetti, who is also for P7. He originally bet for P8, P9. If Corsella can keep it clean, he might be able to get a bit of draft up there to close the gap to Lorenzetti on the straight. It looks like Corsella get a better exit than Lorenzetti, so it might just be possible. Hey, Jesus. Yeah, I'm pretty ill, so I'm not too good, but I can talk still, and I have a blanket and I'm nice and warm, so I guess that's good.
I'm back.
And I got a show to enjoy. Welcome back.
Yeah, Kyle Magnussen makes a sick move up towards up on Matthias Gorzelik through the chase. He's gonna take P8 from Matthias. It's 20 minutes left in the race.
It feels like this race has been going on for 4 hours already. There's so much happening.
Yeah. Man, I really want to do this iRacing race, but it will screw up the stream.
Probably tell the people to just drive faster.
Yeah, let's speed the time up a little bit so I can... It's like warm-up's 3 minutes, but that puts me at essentially 8 minutes past the start of the session, or 3 minutes past the start of the session, and I need 4 minutes to do the like I'll have to burn a minute of qualifying if I get it right to the end and then stop the stream there. Which isn't particularly great quality.
I get your conundrum. It's horrible.
It's horrible, yeah. It's probably my last chance to do server message leaders. I'm not getting paid. That is true. I don't get paid. Neither does Boots here. Just doing this for fun, shits and giggles. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention. Yeah, that check in the mail is actually we're sending Certas out to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it really is spam then.
Yeah. Well, Magnussen going all sorts of all sorts of fishy through the chase, but he makes it past Lorenzetti still. Kyle Magnussen just not taking anybody's shit. He's putting it all on the line and just going flat out. 7th now.
You're a Magnussen, you're a great racing driver, it's clear.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of it, that's for sure. Sever up ahead. He's, well, behind, but up ahead. Petrushka P10. I thought we had something going with all these techniques on Discord boots. That's probably the spam bit, is the Keck. There's Nguyen, there's Nushi behind, and that's Medeiros, who's now starting to catch on to the back of Nguyen. Nguyen? Ingen? Nguyen. Ingen. Fuck. I never remember. I can't ever remember if it's Nguyen or Ingen. I think it's Ingen. Damn it.
I can just say Nguyen and be wrong.
Nguyen. Nguyen.
Nguyen.
Nguyen. Nguyen, yeah. Medeiros getting blue flagged by, I believe that's Schmies. Well done of him.
Flash.
Blue flash. Blue flash. Lewis driving all by himself here. There's Max. A lap down. Up into P15 though. P36 to P15. It's not a bad race.
Meanwhile, Magnussen got a bit of a gap. He's nearly 1.5 seconds ahead now after the downhill.
Wow. He's really cruising. Messenger up into P16. There's Santos P17. 4 and some change behind Hugh. This last lap was a 0.56. Hugh did an 0.67. So it looks like Santos might be able to catch him by the end of the race. 15 minutes to go. It's nearly a second a lap. 4 laps. 2 minutes.
It's very much possible.
Yeah, it's within the realm. He'll be able to catch him.
Formula 2 like ending today, that would be brilliant. Oh, also, Sertas, yes, we do have something going on with those reactions. Just, it's like terms of service of Twitch, so I can't say everything.
It's Lorenzetti and Gorzelik now. It's kind of the closest battle, it seems. In half a second of these two.
There's also for P18, we have Borgholder and Medina battling it out.
These two are gonna get blue flagged very quickly by Sever. Yeah, there's Sever now. It's kind of a really hard place to serve a blue flag. It's not like Sever is gonna miss out on much here. If he has to wait.
He can handle that.
Yeah, there's tons of. He's got a huge gap behind.
Small gaps.
Yeah, small gap. He's got a huge gap. It's got probably the biggest gap on the track right now. Maybe not. Petrushka to Gorzelik is 16 seconds. Where'd they go?
Everett has a 38-second gap right now.
Yeah, okay, so he has the biggest gap right now. Turley, 6 seconds behind. I think that's it, really.
Magnussen is also 38 seconds behind whoever's in front of him.
There you go, there's Sever passing his teammate Lorenzetti. Lorenzetti now has some draft. We'll see if Carl Magnussen has to. Will give up the position before the start of the hill. Before the start of the mountain.
Keep in mind that Severus just lapped number 8. So there's only 6 people now still in the same lap.
Yeah.
And this is not a short lap.
No. It's a 2-minute lap.
It must be nice to be that fast. Well, I mean, it's just a Sunday drive at this point, right?
Oh, there we go. Here's some drama. Lorenzetti all over the back of Carl Magnussen, who had to give up a bunch of position to let Sever past. And the three of them are line astern, coming through McPhilmy.
And that threw Magnussen right back into the battle here.
You really see where the Porsche's strongest. It's through this section here, on the brakes it seems.
And the thing with the Porsche is, even if you hit a wall, it won't look more ugly. So.
Carl Magnussen now stretched out a gap again. Gives Matthias a bit to work with here. He might have enough draft to make an overtake attempt into the chase.
Does he have DRS?
On the brakes, side by side, through the chase.
That is a big sense.
And there we go, yeah. Gorzela came across the track a little bit too early. Put himself into the side of Lorenzetti there. That's unfortunate. Well, Magnussen using more than that needs to happen.
It must be nice to not throw your car into the wall 3 laps in a row.
I have no idea what you mean.
That's the dream, really.
Let's see if there's any battles going on track right now. Some Medeiros. Everyone's spaced out now, it seems.
Messenger and Santos are 2 seconds apart. Could be 15.
Yeah, I'm watching that right now. It hasn't really changed much in the last few laps. These two have been keeping this gap. Messenger 207 last lap. Santos 205 last lap. That's the thing.
Santos normally has a lot more pace than Messenger.
Yeah, but I think he has like a lot more pace on his good laps, but he then has like a really bad lap. Whereas Hugh is just constantly doing 206, 207, 206, 207. I think Santos is doing like 205, 206, 212, 205, 206. I mean,
yeah, that 212 is not going to help. Also, Verhelst just got a stop and go penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh no. But then again, yeah, last time we looked at Santos and Messenger, they were 4 seconds. So another 2 seconds has been...
In all fairness, I think Verhelst will only lose 1 position by this, because he's P21. Then P22, Trump is about 10 seconds behind him, so he will lose that position. But Bartes is on track 2 seconds ahead of Verhelst. So there's basically a whole lap that he can lose, and a stop and go 31 cost you a full lap.
Oh boy, so we'll see if he can just only lose that 1 position.
Unless he makes the same mistake again. Medeiros is suddenly falling back. No! What's he doing there?
Did he run out of fuel?
No idea. Now he got a big impact because his steering wheel is not straight.
That's not good. Santos is going to lose a bit out on this lap, it seems. Or at least through the last sector, he lost about 3/10 to Hugh up ahead. But now we can see them in sort of the same frame on this helicam. See through the next timing line here what the gap is. There we go, 1.4 seconds. So that downhill section, Santos is really chewing into Hugh's lead here.
Merc has been real finicky. Santos also driving on Merc? No, he's the McLaren.
Yeah. That's sort of the closest battle we have on track right now. 1.5 seconds. So let's just keep following this.
2 weeks ago, I did run some laps also with the Audi Evo 2 here, and it really felt like they couldn't get enough grip out of the setup without sacrificing the cornering. There was some balance between either being able to go sort of full throttle uphill or just bouncing off into the walls everywhere, and it was quite annoying. Last season I drove the BMW, and with a good setup the thing is just blended over here. Meanwhile, Severed is already 42 seconds ahead. So I think that do you follow marathon? So they often have hairs over there which just indicate the pace so people can follow them, and I think for Chris Severance he is just basically sort of doing that, just he's too fast.
No, I don't follow that at all.
They just hire some runners over there, which like for the first 20 or 30 kilometers they just go a constant pace so people can follow them to go I'm on this pace. And then normally they stop after that distance because that's if they could keep that speed up for the entire distance they would compete themselves for real.
Okay.
It's just kind of indication if you follow me you'll be going at this pace at least for the first 30 kilometers or so. But Savage is basically doing that over here, just pacing lap after lap after lap. Sometimes interrupting a battle with a blue flag to try to spice things up.
5 minutes left.
Santos gained 6 tenths on this lap. And the gap is 8 tenths. Also for P17 there's a close battle now between Medina and Kelly. Half second apart. And Kelly actually made a move on Medina there. Looks like Medina has some top speed damage. Santos also has a time penalty. He went back out of the pits during qualifying after teleporting in from a hot lap. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty. Stewards are going to have a field day with that.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna YOLO the race.
Which track are you driving?
It's Sebring. I'm doing IMSA race. I'm doing IMSA race.
Don't drive the Porsche in that case.
No, Audi.
Ah, that's good. At least the BOP won't be against you.
I hate the Porsche, honestly.
So does IMSA.
Yeah. The BOP in iRacing in IMSA is not so bad, but I don't think the time penalty is assigned for to teleporting back to pits. It's a queue ban. This is what we do.
So that's a disqualification for this race and a qualifying ban for the next one. Huh?
No, it's just a qualifying ban for the next race plus some penalty points. That's what we did for Max, so that's what we'll have to Santos as well.
So no DSQ for the current race.
Yeah. Like the alternative is maybe a 3 position penalty, but again, it's up to the stewards. We've kind of set the precedent at Q ban. No set time for the race. Yeah, maybe.
Let the stewards figure it out.
Yeah. Well, he's not a steward. He's just very passionate.
He's just a drama queen, right?
A drama queen, yeah. He was a
queen. What was?
yeah, 2 minutes left in the race.
Just do what your heart tells you. Well, never tell that to the steward suits, because in that case everybody would be dead instantly.
Yeah.
So Messenger Center's coming up to the straight now. It looks like Messenger got a better exit.
Some blue flags up ahead.
Flag. Also behind them, sure now P6 is coming on. But I don't think he will catch that in time.
I have so many applications open on my desktop. Holy crap.
So the fierce disaster is coming here. How would it be the first one today?
There's many disasters, yes. Close this. That's open.
Don't close OBS.
Practice time, 3 minutes remaining. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do... Oh no.
The leader just started the final lap, so we have about 5 minutes of this broadcast left, I think.
I'll take this moment now to ask people to donate to ACRL. It runs the servers. Oh god, he's got a full fucking lap to do? Oh wait, hold on. Practice is 3 minutes left. Wait, no. Practice is about to finish here. Oh god. This is no good for me.
So it could be a lot the first challenge, I guess.
I guess I'm gonna start from the end. Close this, stream ends. Yeah, can you imagine? But yeah, donate to the ACRLs. It doesn't go to streaming, don't worry, I don't get any money out of it. But it goes to run the servers. We talking about practice? Yeah, I don't need to. No, it's iRacing practice for the session. You know, there's that 3-minute warm-up session. Alright, qualifying has started. Wonderful. It's good to see. Where is...
Think he's in the downhill?
There we go. Alright, I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm gonna do my qualifying here, alright?
Yeah, sure. I'll just
yeah, you
say something, I guess.
yeah, and say something in the meantime.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm very glad that you're not getting paid for this shitcast. That's the most important thing. I'm going to find where the leader is. Easy has a big gap. Chris Severt, he's actually going to the last corner now. Shitcast, bestcast. Yeah, it's quality. It's not good quality, but it's quality. But Chris Severt is now crossing the finish line, which you don't get to see because someone who is supposed to camera work is doing something else. No problem. So behind him, Medeiros is coming in P21. Magnussen is about... He's got laps, damn. He's about to close in on P7.
Right, this doesn't work. I'm just gonna start from last and go cut a YOLO it, fuck it.
We have Gorzelik coming in P8 now.
I'm just gonna start from last. It'll be easier that way.
Yeah, it's just going to be a shit show anyways. Lorenzetti coming in P9, Borgholder P16, Verhels 22, Petrushka 10. These places don't make sense.
Oh my god, the worst thing is I'm not
11.
even... Ah man, I'm not even in top split, so I'm like car number 4 in my session. This is terrible. Why did I do this to myself?
Gorzelik is coming in P3 now. The other Lewis is about to finish in P4. Really, people are all over in this race. After the first 3 laps, it's just been a mess of blue flags lapping and basically Chris Severt driving in front of everybody else.
And there's a big... oh, they're just in the runoff, okay. So there's Max, who finishes P12 after starting from last. Ewan 13, Stolfi 5th. Nushi up to 25th, even despite all his crashing. Everyone else comes across the line. Hugh, 14th right now, maybe 16th. I don't know if people are leaving and it's kind of not representative. Yeah, it seems that way.
Oh no, I'm going to say that you must finish 13th.
There we go. Yeah, finishes 13th, holds it in front of Rogerio. That's everybody. So here's the timetables for the race. Sever. Oh god. Yeah, turn to garage. Quick!
How much time do you have left before the race starts?
5 minutes, but I have it. I can still quali. Maybe. No, I can't because it's a fucking. It's Sebring, so it's a 2-minute out lap. I will not be able to do a quali lap, which really sucks. I'm really dumb, but that's okay. That's just how it goes, I guess. So Sever P1, Schmies 2, Gorsulik 3, Lewis 4, Samuel Sophie rounds up the 5th position. Schunard in 6th, Juan Magnussen 7th, Matthias Gorsulik P8, Lorenzetti P9, and then Petrushka finishes off 10th. And there's Quinby, Max up into 12th from 36th on the grid, Ingyan in 13th, with Messenger 14th after his P30, whatever, you get it. P31 in qualifying, correct. Thank you. Santos 15th, Borkholder 16th. Kelly, Medina, Turley, Trump, Medeiros, Verhelst, Parates, and Cabrera, followed by Nushi in the top 25. The rest, Lop, it looks like he's retired. Paskin, 27th. Venema in 28th. Venema in 28th. Biasco 29th. Tang, Seuss, Kerbal, 22 laps down. He looks like he dropped out. Same with Romonti in 33. Thompson 34. Langarak P35. And Shepard, biggest loser. There you go, with the dab as well.
But we already knew that before the race started, so.
Yeah. Well, anyways, thank you everyone for joining us. I know it's kind of a rushed ending here, but I'm sorry. I want to do other things too. For those who want to join us, we'll be racing somewhere else. I have no idea where we're racing in 2 weeks. We also have an AC series going on at the same time with the Radicals. They're pretty fun. They're not the best, but they're pretty fun. Go play I Hate...
will be at NJMP next week, and in 2 weeks in Assetto Corsa Complete Show they will be at Watkins Glen.
Oh, that'll be a fun one to watch. But yeah, everyone have yourself a good night, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.